your online community for positive change. Seventh Wave Network.
Welcome to Cosmic Kick with your host, Adrian Wentworth. Get ready to have your illusions broken and your consciousness expanded. Now, here's Adrian to give you that cosmic kick.
Welcome, all of you sincere seekers of truth and light. This is Adrian Wentworth, and I'm the founder of Krista Resources and creator of the Krista Healing Method and Krista Energy Attunements. Today I'm going to speak to you about the power of spiritual energy to help you awaken, protect, heal, and manifest. Last week I gave you an overview of the missing keys to getting unstuck, and I strongly suggest that if you haven't already listened to that show, you go into my archive page and listen, because during each show, I am going to build on the foundation of what was spoken to on that first show. Now, if you have any questions from last week's show or about the information you'll hear today, please email me at KristaResources@Comcast.net. Krista is spelled Christa. It's Christ with an A. So I spoke with you last week about the importance of clearing your energy system of all blockages and interferences that are holding you in a stuck place and keeping you from moving forward, evolving spiritually, being healthy and well at all levels of your existence, and manifesting the life you desire. Today, I'm going to help you understand what you can do to achieve these levels of wellness. Spiritual energy is available to each and every one of us. Spiritual energy comes from the source of all. Some people call it universal energy. Others call it God energy. Whatever feels comfortable to you. I don't have a problem with using the word God, and so I will comfortably tell you that all healing energy comes from God. And just as the sun shines for all and excludes none, God's spiritual energy is there for each one of us to use, to heal, to find our way back to the source, to become empowered beings of light, so we can manifest on the physical plane, create positive change, create new systems where all are fed, all are healed and taken care of, not only our personal desires. And the more you evolve your spiritual body, the more you will understand the capacity that is within us to be vehicles of light for God's energy to come through. Sounds good, doesn't it? You do have to create an effort. Spiritual energy is, when you think about spirit, what comes into your mind? Something that is unseen. Just because something is unseen, it does not mean it does not exist. Just as I explained last week about your spiritual bodies, your energy system, the only one you see with your physical eyes is your physical body, and yet you have this greater vehicle. I mentioned the spiritual energy body, the mental, the emotional, the vital force that is shaped just like your physical and connects all of the spiritual energies into the physical body. In order to unblock your your energy system, you have to have good, strong connections to the spiritual realms, and there are different levels of healing energy available to you according to what you can connect with, which means you have to do some work to open up the channels in your energy system. We have over 72,000 energy channels. Now, energy channels are the pathways on which energy travels throughout your bodies. Your chakras, your energy centers, hold all of those bodies together and give you access to each of the bodies. This is why there is so much chakra work done. It gives you the way in to access all of those channels. Now, in order to connect, the first thing you need to do is understand it takes more than just centering. You do need to meditate. Meditation is the art of going inward and connecting to your spiritual body, accessing your main spiritual energy channels that will connect you to not only your soul, your high self, but the source of all. The source of all, where all healing energy originates. Now, in order to connect, you have to bring energy, prana, into those energy channels. And this is why I teach a very connected meditation to open channels. So often, meditation is thought just to calm the mind and to reach that place within, which is very peaceful and centered, and connect to guidance. And that is all well and wonderful, and yet if you don't keep working to open up those deeper channels by bringing prana, energy, into them, you will not connect in a real way. Now, in order to connect in a real way and to bring prana into those channels, you have to understand more about your energy system, and you have to be able to use your breath to bring in that prana and then direct it throughout your vehicles. You have within you 3 main energy channels: the Ida, the Pingala, and the Sushumna channel. The Sushumna channel is this thread-like channel that runs down the center of your spine and awakens all of the chakras, all of the energy centers, and gives you entrance into the more subtle parts of your spiritual body. I created a cassette and CD called Opening to Spirit that can help you first learn how to pull your awareness away from your external world, bringing it inward to your inner bodies and these inner channels, how to use your breath and focus it through these main energy channels so you start to awaken your spiritual body. Everything you need is already within you, but it must be awakened. And this is just one of the things that you can do for yourself is to start to work with meditation that truly opens up your energy system. Now, oftentimes, when beautiful, sincere seekers like yourself have opened up their spiritual channels, the first thing that has come to them has not been God energy, but lower astral entities that have come in and frightened them, or they started to give them very negative guidance. Because when you first open up your spiritual energy channels, you need to have the discernment to know what is coming in. And this is why it is so important that you establish firm fields of protection before you even open to the spirit world. If you open and have a negative experience, you will then be too afraid to try again. And this is the ploy of lower astral entities and dark force entities that want to bombard you when you first open before you have the understanding and the ability to move through those lower dimensions to the higher spiritual plane. As I've mentioned in the first show, I sat for meditation for many years. And because I went through some very strict yogic traditions, I was taught, don't pay attention to anything that distracts you. No voices. Keep yourself focused and keep moving your awareness through your spiritual channels. And this was sound advice. And yet still, as I begin to open up more of my channels, well, I'll continue that thought after these messages. Please stay tuned.
If you have never tried your best. Your online community for positive change. Seventh Wave Network.
Are you feeling stuck? Krista Resources has the transformational tools to help you overcome all the obstacles that are blocking you from making positive changes in your relationships, career, health, and spiritual growth. Adrian Wentworth, founder of Krista Resources, brings you the missing keys through the Krista Healing Method and Krista Energy Attunements. These spiritual tools will clear and realign your energy system, remove all influences that are holding you powerless, build permanent protection against outside negative forces, activate your gifts and abilities, and get you in touch with your soul's purpose. Krista Resources, providing support for your personal growth and spiritual journey, helping you stay strong, balanced, and empowered through the challenges of these changing times. For more information on the products and services developed by Adrian Wentworth, visit her website at www.KristaResources.com or call 719-487-8095. The website again is www.KristaResources.com, or you can call 719-487-8095. Everybody is thinking green these days, but green is not just an environmental state of mind, it's a healthier state of being. It's the food we eat, the air we breathe, and the structures we live and work in. It's not the dollars that we're spending, but how we spend those dollars. Are we consciously making informed decisions? Join host Connie McCullough as she explores healthier living by choice. Living Green, Healthier by Choice airs live on the Seventh Wave Network every Thursday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Tune in for the challenge of a lifetime, a challenge for greener, healthier living.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Imagine there's no mortgage. It's easy if you try. That's not just a slogan, it's a choice you have right now. In these uncertain economic times, Sherry Shane of Shane Enterprises can empower you to eliminate or reduce your mortgage. Imagine how much money you'll save for your home, your family, for you. Shane Enterprises is a mortgage reduction and debt elimination company. Start imagining the possibilities today by calling Sherry Shane of Shane Enterprises at 719-210-3608. That's 719-210-3608. Imagine there is no mortgage. It's easy if you try.
Awakened Media for a transforming world. Seventh Wave Network.
You're listening to Cosmic Kick with Adrian Wentworth. Do you need help getting unstuck? Email Adrian your questions at CreasterResources@Comcast.net. That's CreasterResources@Comcast.net. Now back to Cosmic Kick with Adrian Wentworth.
Welcome back. This is Adrian Wentworth, and I'm speaking to you about the need to open your energy channels to be able to connect with spiritual energy. As I was saying before the break, when I sat for meditation for many years and started to access greater levels of spiritual energy, as it came into my energy system, it pushed against all of the blockages, all of the stored impressions, traumas, implants, devices, everything that I held within my energy system that was keeping me from being able to fully connect with Spirit, with God's energy. And as you work to open your channels with meditation, it is as if you are putting in pure drops of water into a dirty pool of mind stuff. And as the pure comes in, the dirty impressions, dirty mean not helpful, clogging up the works, comes to the surface to be released. Now, my experience was, as I brought these deep holds up from the depths of my subconscious, from the depths of my energy system, as they came to the surface, like attracts like, and negative energy would attach to these energies that I was working to release and push them back into my system, which means I was having a battle going on just to release what I was naturally bringing forward. This motivated me to work with Spirit to create a healing method that would release completely all of these negative, not helpful energies from not only my energy system, but from those who came to me for help. And understand how healing works with spiritual energy. The healing effectiveness of a healing session depends on the clarity of the healer, number one. How clear is their own system? Do they connect to higher levels of energy? For a healing technique alone is only a technique. Technique is not as important as the energy that the healer can reach and how they direct it through their own body and know how to direct it into the bodies of those that they are working with. It's as if the healer draws from their own system, their own connection, powerful healing energies and brings them into the energy bodies of the person they are working with. And it acts like a Roto-Rooter. It brings in the energy and the blockages that you are ready to release come to the surface. For it's very important that your high self and your spiritual guides are watching over the healing session and are guiding the healer to make sure that you are releasing what will be most helpful to you. For along with the releases must come the awarenesses of why these holds, these blockages and interferences were put in. Why were they formed within your energy system? There needs to be that awareness so you do not recreate the same situations again and again and again. I tell people who come to me for healing that I am not here to tell you what truth is. I am here to help you find your own truth and then stand in it. Create your life from it. Now, as the energies come in, they're going to be drawing from all of your energy bodies and releasing through that etheric body, the one that is shaped just like your physical and is about 2 inches from your physical. And then using sound, shamanic techniques, using powerful mantras and breath. With the Krista healing method, these energies are released completely from your system, and your energy is sent back to your high self for healing. I call it the recycling bin. In other words, the vibration, the patterning of the energy that is within, that is holding you stuck, must be released and re-educated so you can bring it back in again when it is pure and clean, and now you can use your energy to create something positive for your life. If you are releasing other people's energies, and I spoke with you last week about the energetic cordings that we have with people who are attached to us or who we are attached to. Not only the cordings, but the energy that comes through the cordings, the programs that come through the cordings. These must also be released so you can find out what is truth for you. And this time, the guides, the spiritual guides that work with me and others who do the Krista healing method, will take the energy that belongs to others and take it back to their high self. So everything goes to its rightful place. Others are sometimes holding your energy, your power, your essence, and this is why it is so difficult to stand up to them, to hold your own with them. You all know people who you feel weak around and vulnerable to. Always means you need to check for an energetic connection, release any of their energy, and also draw back any energy that they are holding of yours. My guides and I, we work together like a well-trained ball team. We've been doing this work so long, we all know our parts, and we can get a lot done in just one session. And that's what I was seeking, is there is so much to be cleared within us. We need powerful healing methods to be able to clear enough, to be able to be in a state of vibration that can now manifest with the energies that are coming into our planet. It's all about the shifting within. But you have to shift your inner world before you're going to see any changes in your external outer reality. I work with some chiropractors and some counselors, and they'll say to me, Adrian, we don't understand why this person is not getting better or why they won't hold in alignment. What is the matter? And when they finally convince their clients and patients to come to me, I look in their energy and I say, there's no way they can change until they shift the patterns and the holds within their energy system. It's so frustrating to understand why you maybe have the problems you have and yet not know how to change in order to actually shift how you are experiencing life. Oftentimes people will come to me with problems in their relationships. An obvious first step is to see, are you courted to this person? Do you have patterns of being together where you both just fall into the same patterns over and over? Are you being influenced to stay in a situation that is not healthy? And I'll continue with those thoughts after these messages.
Your online community for positive change. Seventh Wave Network.
Are you feeling stuck? Krista Resources has the transformational tools to help you overcome all the obstacles that are blocking you from making positive changes in your relationships, career, health, and spiritual growth. Adrian Wentworth, founder of Krista Resources, brings you the missing keys through the Krista Healing Method and Krista Energy Attunements. These spiritual tools will clear and realign your energy system, remove all influences that are holding you powerless, build permanent protection against outside negative forces, activate your gifts and abilities, and get you in touch with your soul's purpose. Krista Resources, providing support for your personal growth and spiritual journey, helping you stay strong, balanced, and empowered through the challenges of these changing times. For more information on the products and services developed by Adrian Wentworth, visit her website at www.KristaResources.com or call 719-487-8095. The website again is www.KristaResources.com, or you can call 719-487-8095. Enlightenment and ascension brings love and joy into your life. Now you can experience the wisdom, humor, and healing of the Ascended Masters as they are channeled through clairvoyant healer Janae Serio. Each week the Ascended Masters will focus on topics that touch and bring healing to your life, relationships, career, and serve to open your heart to be the best person you can be. Tune in to Tools for Ascension with clairvoyant Janae Serio every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time on the 7th Wave Network.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Imagine there's no mortgage. It's easy if you try. That's not just a slogan, it's a choice you have right now. In these uncertain economic times, Sherry Shane of Shane Enterprises can empower you to eliminate or reduce your mortgage. Imagine how much money you'll save for your home, your family, for you. Shane Enterprises is a mortgage reduction and debt elimination company. Start imagining the possibilities today by calling Sherry Shane of Shane Enterprises at 719-210-3608. That's 719-210-3608. Imagine there is no mortgage. It's easy if you try.
Awakened Media for a transforming world. Seventh Wave Network.
You're listening to Cosmic Kick with Adrian Wentworth. Do you need help getting unstuck? Email Adrian your questions at ChriesterResources@Comcast.net. That's ChriesterResources@Comcast.net. Now back to Cosmic Kick with Adrian Wentworth.
I'm talking to you about healing relationships and the importance of clearing any energies within you that are keeping you from seeing the relationship clearly. Oftentimes, the people you meet that seem to have power over you, you've known in the past. You have past life karmas with them, past life experiences, and often you come together again either to get your power back from the person or perhaps to fulfill a strong desire to be with a person again that wasn't finished in that past life. So it's very important to clear any past life impressions so you understand what it is you are to learn from being in different types of relationships. And this is something that is possible to clear with spiritual healing. Now, I want to stop about the spiritual healing for a moment and help you understand a little about using spiritual energy for protection. For just as I was speaking earlier, when you open up your energy channels, and if you do not have the discernment to know what's coming in, negative entities can come into your channels and literally interfere with their workings. And this is something that has happened to us in the course of our existence. And this is why we have certain grid works and rerouting of our spiritual channels that make it very difficult for us to connect with spiritual energy and to be able to bring it back into our energetic vehicles and use it to heal, to manifest, to create. Spiritual protection is something that is needed. And as I was speaking to you during the first show, I was saying that when you release negative energies, oftentimes they will come back to you if you don't know how to hold your boundaries strong. It's as if you're being tested. Are you really done with this? Have you learned everything you need to learn? Are you strong enough now to hold your power? Some days we are, and some days we aren't. Some days we're tired, we're emotional, we are lost in our own sea of me, that processing that we do. And it is very difficult to stay aware of all of the levels that are needed to be safe. This is why I was given the Krista energy, and I spoke with you a little bit about this. about this energy, which is cosmic Christ energy, that it is in specific vibrations, encoded, not only to help you wake up to your true spiritual nature, to wake up all of the good and bad within you so it can be cleared, but to protect you permanently so you don't have to worry about people courting to you unless you allow it, about outside forces just coming into your energy system and using your energy or interfering with your spiritual process. Now, this is so important to create this very strong foundation for your spiritual growth. Now, it isn't just about the healing process that protection is needed, also to prevent energy drain from people and places. How many of you have been in the company of people who just exhaust you? Am I the only one? Just drain your energy. Or you're feeling really good one day and you get up and you go, I'm going to have a great day, and you walk into the office and everyone is depressed or they're angry or they're crabby, and you feel your energy just draining out of you, and that positive energy, you were so sure you were going to have a good day, you start to just come down, until pretty soon you're as miserable as they are. We need the strong protection within all of our energy channels so this cannot occur, so we can hold the positive charges, so we can evolve without being interfered with. As you work on your spiritual development, you become very sensitive. Your system becomes lighter. And so when you go into harsher, lower vibration, it is very draining and difficult for you. I know that because I worked on my spiritual growth and development for so many years before the Krista energy, it would be difficult to even go into a shopping mall. After a couple hours, I would literally run from the place with all of the different energies, the fluorescent lights. I would be drained. What good are you if you are not able to live in the world? We have to have strong systems, and the Krista energy creates that for us. Now, we're also bombarded with low-level frequencies constantly from the satellites, the cell phones. They interfere with our ability not only to stay strong, but to receive guidance, to communicate telepathically. It's a tough world out there right now, and it is going to change. But because so many of us are here to herald in these beautiful positive changes, we have to have the right stuff. And I say the Krista energy is green beret energy. It's for those who are here to stay, and they want to help themselves, others, and the earth. So I created an attunement process to connect others up to the Krista energy and help them bring it into their bodies and build permanent protection. Now, there's a temporary protection that all of you can do right now, which I call the golden bubble of protection. this is a very powerful protective exercise that you can do to help especially keep your auric field protected. So when you're out and about amongst other people and all of the energies that we're being bombarded with, you won't be so affected. And I'm going to offer a free download of this golden bubble of protection to each and every one of you for the coming week. If you would like to experience this and work with the golden bubble of protection, email me at ChristaResources@Comcast.net to request your free PDF file of the golden bubble of protection. It builds. You can protect your homes, your cars, and your own auric field. It's so important that you understand the importance of protection. Now, getting back to healing, I want to speak with you about what we are holding in our energy system that is keeping us out of balance and from being well. We talked about energetic hoardings. We talked a little about past life impressions and traumas from both physical events and emotional events that you've had not only in this life, but in other lifetimes. Limiting belief system. You can bring energy into your spiritual energy body, but if your mental body is all locked down because of limiting belief systems and programs that you carry, you will not be able to allow it through the emotional body, the vital force, and into your physical vehicle. For the goal is to bring powerful spiritual transformational energies all the way through to the physical. And I'll be back with more after these messages.
Then why do you think that it's so hard?
Your online community for positive change. Seventh Wave Network.
Are you feeling stuck? Krista Resources has the transformational tools to help you overcome all the obstacles that are blocking you from making positive changes in your relationships, career, health, and spiritual growth. Adrian Wentworth, founder of Krista Resources, brings you the missing keys through the Krista Healing Method and Krista Energy Attunements. These spiritual tools will clear and realign your energy system, remove all influences that are holding you powerless, build permanent protection against outside negative forces, activate your gifts and abilities, and get you in touch with your soul's purpose. Krista Resources, providing support for your personal growth and spiritual journey, helping you stay strong, balanced, and empowered through the challenges of these changing times. For more information on the products and services developed by Adrian Wentworth, visit her website at www.KristaResources.com or call 719-487-8095. The website again is www.KristaResources.com, or you can call 719-487-8095. Whether you're a baby boomer, a post-baby boomer, or a young up-and-coming, we can guide your stride. Host Cindy Spear will enlighten, educate, and entice you, our listener, to realize that you are in control of your life. No longer will the economy, media, employers, neighbors, or relatives, not even the dog, come between you and your unlimited potential. Tune in to Baby Boomers of Today. Where do we go from here? Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific on the Seventh Wave Network.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Imagine there's no mortgage. It's easy if you try. That's not just a slogan, it's a choice you have right now. In these uncertain economic times, Sherry Shane of Shane Enterprises can empower you to eliminate or reduce your mortgage. Imagine how much money you'll save for your home, your family, for you. Shane Enterprises is a mortgage reduction and debt elimination company. Start imagining the possibilities today by calling Sherry Shane of Shane Enterprises at 719-210-3608. That's 719-210-3608. Imagine there is no mortgage. It's easy if you try.
Awakened Media for a transforming world. Seventh Wave Network.
You're listening to Cosmic Kick with Adrian Wentworth. Do you need help getting unstuck? Email Adrian your questions at CreasterResources@Comcast.net. That's CreasterResources@Comcast.net. Now back to Cosmic Kick with Adrian Wentworth.
I'm speaking to you about the power of spiritual energy. And when you access this energy and bring it into your bodies, your energetic vehicles, how it's going to flush the pipes. As the energy comes in, the pain is going to come out. The mental body will start to bring forward all of the programs and belief systems that are keeping you from shifting to healthier states. And these programs have been created not only by our own experiences, but by programs that have come in through other people and other systems and beings. Many of us have studied all kinds of different traditions throughout our existence, and we're locked up with different dogmas, rules, rules about God, rules about creating with God's energy. And sometimes it's very difficult to believe that it's okay to be a powerful being of light. Even when you say, yes, this is what I want, when I look in the mental body, I find all of these programs that say, no, you can't do that. You're limited. You are just a small vehicle that should worship the source, but you will never have any power. You also have strong programs from those who have criticized and ridiculed you and made you feel that you are unworthy, that you are not good enough. This is very, very common to find within the mental body, whether it came from teachers or parents or partners or just others who have had control over your situations in your present or past. I deal a lot with helping people heal abuse. For when one has been abused, they are carrying not only the patterns of abuse, they are usually corded to the abuser. They are usually carrying strong programs that say you are worthless, you deserve this. And they are also usually carrying blocks of guilt and shame because of that abuse. How are you going to use your power with all of these negative holds in the way? They must come forward. And the first step is to become aware that they exist. when you're doing your meditation and you're truly opening your channels and bringing in spiritual energy, these awarenesses will come into your consciousness. If you come for a healing session and spiritual energy is brought into your energy system, the healer will tell you what you are ready to release and bring these old patterns and traumas to your awareness. It is the first step, awareness and awaken. Protect and heal. In order to manifest, you have to have what I call a self-contained energy vehicle. That means no one else is using your energy. You know how to use your energy, and all of your channels are open, and energy can flow through smoothly. Last week, I shared with you a wonderful mantra for bringing white light into your energy system, the Panduranga mantra. Today, I want to share with you the Ganesh mantra. Now, the Ganesh mantra is to help you overcome all obstacles. Ganesh is considered to be this huge elephant form of God that holds up the world. And you invoke this aspect of God whenever you have a situation that is blinding you. You can't see your way through. The obstacle seems so immense. I use this mantra constantly when I'm doing my healing work to help me overcome not only my obstacles in seeing and knowing what to do during the healing session, but to help the person I'm working with overcome their inner obstacles. This mantra is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And if you like to do it with melody, it would be Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Powerful mantra to help you overcome obstacles to your spiritual growth as well as in your physical world. This mantra is also on my CD of empowered mantras and sacred music, Water in the Eyes of Time. This mantra has pulled me out of some serious situations, from blinding snowstorms. Living in Colorado, it can be 7 degrees and sunny, and a few hours later, you can't see, 5 inches in front of you. And it's gotten me through situations where my gas tank was empty, but I still had a ways to go. And calling on help when I've been in a ditch because I was careless, it's like, no worries, I'm just going to do the mantra, and sure enough, here comes an angel to pull me out. Because spiritual help is always there for us. We have to call on it, and calling on it with specific frequencies helps you get the help that you need. There is so much more I want to share with you. I'm hoping you'll continue to tune in each week. For each week, I will build on the information and continue to give you helpful tools that you can work with yourself to become empowered, to heal, and to create letting go of all of the fear, all of your past failures, and the aspects that you have within that sabotage you. For we have these as well. Parts of self that have fragmented from the whole, perhaps have had such trauma and abuse that they are trying to protect us. These parts need to be brought forth and sent back to healing, back to spirit for healing. I've worked over the years with some serious abuse. Even those who have been victims of satanic cult abuse. And yet they too can be released from all of the negative and ritualistic energies that have been put into their systems to hold them powerless. For every problem, there is a solution. And this has been my motto throughout the years. It doesn't matter how dark it seems. There is spiritual help, and spiritual energy is more powerful than any negative energy could ever be. We must become fearless, strong, and protected so we can have the vehicles to be safe and empowered. This is Adrienne Wentworth. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Until next week, namaste. May the greatest peace you have ever known be with you always.
Thanks again for listening to Cosmic Kick with your host, Adrienne Wentworth. Make sure you join us live every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time and 10 a.m. Pacific Time here on the Seventh Wave Network.
Be extraordinary. Seventh Wave Network.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or an individual and you need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Mega Life and Health Insurance Company can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and individuals just like you who need affordable health insurance